Hi there. In today's episode of Living Authentically Daily, we'll be discussing how to discover your authentic self. This is Chinwendu. So, what is your authentic self? There is only one life form that is expressing itself as each and every one of us and other life forms. So, this existence is what we call God. So we all are God in manifestation. So it is safe to say that your authentic self is God. So that is where you derive your existence from. So that is who you are. This is why at the end of someone's life, the spirit lives and the person dies. So that part of you that lives, that is eternal, is your authentic self, not born, never dies. And that is God. That is the aspect of God in you. So there is only one existence whose emanations we all are, and every life form, living and non-living. So that is your authentic self. That is my authentic self. So this being, this existence expresses itself through each and every one of us uniquely as each of us. So it is this unique expression of this one life form through you, through me, that is known as authenticity. This is what your authentic self is. That's your authentic expression of yourself. Normally, in the society, in life, in the world, they lumped us all together. This is why we all study the same thing in school. Like they teach us the same thing in as much as we are different like that, but they teach us the same thing. We have the same teacher, the same subject, and all those things because they lumped us all together. But that does not mean that we are all the same. We are not all the same, but we are one, because we all are unique expression of that one life, which is the only thing in existence. So that is who your authentic self is. That is who my authentic self is. So because of the way the world systems work and everything, then we have been lumped together. Then there is a way the society works and functions, and it's nothing personal. It's just a construct, human constructs or concepts or archetypes that we all step into when we are born into this world without ever questioning them, without ever asking, are they even right? Yes, there are a handful of people that never allow the society tame them or cover them, basically because of maybe the way they were brought up. Maybe their parents were aware of how the society functions and all that. So, but the rest of us were immersed into the whole societal conditioning and programming. So with that, you think that there is a particular way that life functions, that we have to all follow this and be running after that and be doing it in a particular way, pursuing perfection and all the things that the society has to offer. So, but when you sit back and begin to peel out all this conditioning, begin to question things, begin to ask the right questions like, who am I? Who the hell am I in this whole thing? Then you begin to see who you are and who the society has made you to be. Then you begin to see that nothing is actually obligatory in life. Nothing, absolutely nothing. Then you will see that or you have bought what the society has offered line, hook, and sinker, and you have been operating by how the society wants you to operate, not exactly according to your soul's blueprint. So how do you start questioning these things? How do you start seeing all this societal bullshit, all the culture scape, like everything that is outside the systems of the world, the way they function? Like when I say the system of the world, I'm talking about the religious, the media, the government, the judiciary, all those human, financial, all those human what do I call it now? The things that humans have put in place to run this world. So you have to see like how they affect you, the whole marriage thing, the whole sex thing, the whole relationship thing, everything, education and all that. How do you fit into these things? Are they for you? Are you supposed to do them? So you have to question these things. So, but how do you start questioning these things? Because without really questioning these things and begin to peel them away layer by layer, sheet by sheet, you will not get to your authentic self, because your authentic self is always there. It has always been there. It has never been lost. You have always it is who you have always been at any age, at any time. It is the part of you that has always been constant. So all those mathematical constants that they always represent with K, and then the other ones can always change. I think that's your authentic self. My authentic self they are referring to. Then other variables, other ones can change, but that remains constant. So that is just how your authentic self is. Your age can change, your physical appearance can change, but that part of you remains constant. So to get to it, you have to continue to dig deep. You have to continue to dust off all the societal programming, dust off all the limiting beliefs, dust off all the things that you have absorbed from the society in order to get to your untamed, primordial, wild, and raw, authentic self. So the number one thing is self-reflection. What is self-reflection? Self-reflection is just turning your attention inwards. We have two worlds we live in, the inner world and the outer world. The outer world is the one we see with our physical eyes. Then the inner world is the one we feel within us. So the life of authenticity is life of inside out, not the life of outside in. The life that the society and the whole media and everything is projecting to us, even religion, is life of inside in. But true authenticity is life of inside out. So this is why self-reflection takes your attention from outside to the inside. So begin to observe what happens there. This is how you begin to get acquainted to yourself. This is how you begin to meet yourself afresh. You may need to meet yourself afresh. So this is where you begin to ask some existential questions like, who am I? What am I? What is this complex being that I am? So that is where you begin to ask these questions. You can do your self-reflection with a journal. You can combine it with meditation. So we'll talk about meditation much later in this series. I think this is going to be a series because I am not going to exhaust the entire topic in this one day, or else it will be too long. So we'll just discuss self-reflection today. Then next time, in the next episode, we'll continue with the next one like that until we'll finish it. So keep checking back in order to get all of them. Thank you. So self-reflection is where you ask all these relevant and existential questions like, who am I? What am I doing here? What is my purpose? Where do I fit in this world? What do I bring to the whole? What part of the whole am I holding? Like, You see, so when you start asking those questions, a lot of things will begin to open up to you, not in one day though. Like self-reflection is a continuous thing. Authentic living is a continuous thing. It's a journey. It's non-ending thing. It's not like an end, like you achieve it and that's it. No, it is a journey, a daily thing, what you do daily. I reflect every day. I reflect, meditate, and do that all those every day, because this is how you get to know yourself. You don't stop knowing yourself. Like now, I know myself much, much, much more than I used to know myself now before. So it's a journey. Like I have known myself much deeper than I knew myself around January this year. So it's just a journey that you just keep going on. So self-reflection is a journey, it's a continuous thing. So the answers may not appear at the same time, but they will surely come. You will begin to know what is your own and what is not your own, the thoughts that are your own and the ones that are not your own, the emotions that are supposed to be there, and like you will begin to get acquainted with the patterns of your thoughts, the patterns of your emotions, your memories, your beliefs. What you have believed, are they true? Are the beliefs necessary? Are they limiting you? Are they promoting your life? So you that's where you begin to see these things for what they are, because belief is such a powerful thing. It's such a powerful tool to move our lives. So whatever you believe about your life is what will always be in your life, whether it is true or not. So this is the danger of belief. There is a post I made on my Instagram page one time, the dangers of belief. So whatever you believe about yourself will always be what you see in your life. So the danger there is believing right. What you are believing, is it the right thing? Is it something that you reached through a valid conclusion? So these are the things you begin to see and analyze in under self-reflection. So because you have to get off all the false things within you to reach to the truth of who you are. So if you have believed certain things and never questioned them to know whether they are true or not, then this is where you start untying those knots. You may have to untie a lot of knots to get to that, to get to your true nature, to your authentic self. So this is what you will basically be doing here. And as you're doing it, you are building self-awareness. You are now beginning to be self-aware, because now you will see under self-reflection that there is that part of you that does the thinking, and there is part of you that knows that thoughts are happening. So this is where self-awareness now starts coming in. Self-awareness is a game changer. It is your first experience of transformation, because once you become aware, the game has changed. Self-awareness will be the next topic we'll discuss under this topic of how to discover your authentic self. So self-reflection is your first point of entry, because here you start asking questions. You must ask questions, because to live your authentic life, you have to own yourself. You have to own your mind. You have to have a mind of your own. So this is where you begin to build the muscles of owning your life, having a mind of your own. Because to live your authentic life means to be self-authoring. So for you to be self-authoring, you have to own your life and live in tune with yourself, with your life. So self-reflection is what helps you get to know all these things and to see what is true for you and what is not true for you. So about beliefs, so there's one thing people don't know about belief. Believing is a very powerful thing, a very powerful place to be, but as time goes on, when you start growing, you will see that it is not necessary to believe anything. You just know what is, and that's it. You don't need to believe anything, because knowing what is, you may not, that what you know may not necessarily represent the truth, but you know that there is this school of thought that exists. You don't have to believe it or disbelieve it. So you just know that it is there, and that's it. So I think living in with that is far better than believing things. But if you must live with a belief, or you must believe something, let it be something that you are sure that is true. So meanwhile, we are no longer, the time of authenticity is not the time of belief, it's the time of knowing for sure. Knowing is above belief. For instance, faith is knowing for sure that what you are asking for already exists or already is yours, is having the title deed. That inner knowing, which is the same thing as already having that thing in the physical, in as much as it has not manifested physically. So that is the knowing I'm talking about. So belief alone is not enough when it comes to faith. So this is, I'm just using this faith analogy to tell you what belief does. So you will have to analyze these things under self-reflection to begin to see, are there some things you have believed about yourself that have brought you to where you are, that you may need to get yourself out of. So basically, self-reflection is where you unbox yourself from all the boxes you have boxed yourself into. So you have to unbox yourself from all those boxes. So that is what you do basically under self-reflection. It is a very, very powerful tool. So self-reflection can also be called self-contemplation. So this is basically where you contemplate, ask questions, journal. So to start on your journey of authentic living, or to discover your authentic self, you will have to create time to be alone with yourself. It is an individual thing. It is not a group journey. It is a personal journey. So you have to create time and space to be with yourself in order to not have the space to ask these relevant questions. So this is it about the first one, which is self-reflection. So in the next episode, we'll be discussing the next one, which is self-awareness. So thank you for listening. I do hope to hear from you all. I love you. Bye.